Let's react to Damon Wayans and Shannon Sharp.
There was a viral clip. You did a stand-up special and say you were talking about blacks making millions then and asked if there's still racism in America.
Mm-hmm.
And can you believe that video in 1990, we're talking about 35 years ago, is still viral today?
Well, it's never going to change.
But you do realize people think once a black person get millions, hundreds of millions, that racism has dissipated. Which Damon, if you made $100 million, you worth $200 million. How is there racism?
Well, what happens is the more money you make, the less black people you see. Money brings you into a new category. You move to a different house in a different neighborhood, and you get different friends, your money, people that come around you to help you make the money and maintain your money and make more money. The complexion changes, you know what I mean?
I like
That's what I love about like LeBron. You know, he got
Mav, and he got Randy, and he got Rich.
Yeah.
So he kept that group around him.
Yeah.
But unless you have that group, because like you say, the higher you climb, the less you're going to see, and you're like, okay, well, they don't treat me that way, so it's gone.
And it's divide and conquer, you know? At a certain point, they sit you down, Beyonce's father. All right, we got it from here. The Jacksons. All right, Joe.
We got it.
We got it from here. You sit back and go, what? Venus and Serena, we got them. But and if you want them to be successful, you have to kind of let it happen, and then they hit new heights. But you become a liability. You know what I mean? As the parent, well, where were you those nights in the rain when we were hitting balls? Nah, well.
That's deep right there.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: when you're on top of the world, and you still are. I mean, you live a great, like you say, you live a great life. You don't not overly concerned about money. You have a family. You can still feed your family. You got grandkids. But when you're at that apex in the 90s, what was that like?
It was a pain in the ass.
Really?
Yeah. Like being famous is like being a beautiful woman on a period.
Okay, you'd explain.
Nobody know the cramps and stuff that you
going
feel.
on?
They see the external beauty and think you should be happy, and it's like, I'm bleeding.
Right.
Okay, you want to know? I'm bleeding.
So
I'm bleeding.
We see this external. We see Damon, and everything's like, man, major pain and more money and yada and yada. What was brewing inside that we couldn't see?
Club foot. My foot, I'm always in pain.
Really?
Constant pain, yeah. It's like a throbbing pain, So, but you get used to it.
They can't do anything for it? They can't give you like medication or shoot it up or something?
No, I don't want medication. It's a reminder to be grateful. This foot took me a long way.
Tough.
If I didn't have this pain, I wouldn't have this edge. I wouldn't have my perspective on life. I wouldn't have that fire on my tongue, right?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful, but people can't see that.
Right.
People can't see that you are, the internal conflicts you have, with family and friends and people, that you.
That's deep, because it's like, it just reminds you, like, no matter what you got going on, like, to have that reminder, whatever it is, like, just having that reminder to be like, this is the way, this made me this way. Like, I could get it fixed, but this made me this way, and getting it fixed probably cause more pain, or I don't know what would happen if I get it fixed. But I know right now this pain it is causing me, I've dealt with it for 50, 60 years. What is another 40 years? That's deep, actually. That's deep.
Tend to lose friends because you loan them money and then they don't pay you back. And then they get mad at you.
Because you asked for it back.
Yeah.
But
I had not even for asking for it, just because you look at them. I'm going to pay you, man. I just see nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why is it like that? Why I mean, if you come to me and ask me for money, I shouldn't have to go to you to repay it. You should be man enough. You was man enough to ask, here you go. But I've learned, Damon, I don't know what you think about this. I'll only lend money that I know I can lose that I'm not getting back.
Right, it's a gift.
Yes.
That's how I do it. I give it.
Because I already know, because we're going to end up falling out. And I don't want to fall out. I don't want a 10, 15, 20, 30-year relationship to end over money. So here you go. Because I know you're not going to pay me back.
Right. Well, I mean, that's maturity.
Yeah.
It's like, you just, I've paid a lot of people out of my life.
You mentioned like stand-up is stand-up therapeutic for you?
Absolutely.
Why'd you stop?
I used to have to need, guys, I don't need it anymore. And
You don't need therapy no more?
no. No, I'm at peace. I really am. I'm at peace. And, the therapy is knowing that I can bow my head and, that God is hearing my prayers and seeing in my life my prayers answered. And it ain't for material things. It's for the safety of my family and, for me to have wisdom and to be grateful for everything.
It's therapeutic. You don't need to scratch that itch anymore. So now what do you do
Right?
to replace what you gave up by doing comedy?
I write.
Okay.
I write for sport. I drive my son crazy because every other week I'm sending him a script. Read this. What do you think? He's like, Dad, I got a life. I have 6 kids. Come on, man, just read it. When you get a chance, read it. But I write because I do have a fear of going crazy.
Because you have so much going on in your head?
No, because it runs my family. It's like diabetes. You got to know that it's a possibility.
Right.
And the thing is, I can't turn my brain off. I can't not think about these stories and characters that come to mind. So rather than have them up in my head scrambled, I put them on paper and I go, man, one day I make money off of this or sell it or something. But I had to get it out.
Do you sleep?
I do. I sleep wonderfully.
How you sleep so well and it's hard for you to turn your mind off?
When you get 65, it's easy. You just lay down. All I got to do is see the bed. It's beautiful.
Did cancel culture scare you away?
Cancel culture made me not really want to do stand-up. I had this long conversation with Dave Chappelle. He's like, man, we need you. Get back out there, man. We need that voice. Come on. And I was like, and I had done it again at his, him encouraging me to do it. But,
He lost the love.
Today, you can't be a shock comic.
No.
Especially if you're famous.
Right.
Because they hit you in your pockets, right? So back in the day, guys like Sam Kinison and Dice Clay, and we that's how I grew up. I grew up with guys that, start trouble. And they say it, and it's like people, they want to talk about comedy. You got reporters talking about comedy. You don't know my world. You are not qualified to talk about comedy. If you ain't never bought a joke or told a joke or sold a joke or stole a joke
or wrote a joke,
you have no business talking about comedy.
Okay.
You ain't have been paid in burgers. You can't talk about comedy. So I think a conversation about comedy and what's acceptable should be held amongst comedians.
Right.
If Dave Chappelle wants to talk to me about my act, I want to hear it.
Want to join Club Shake?
Nah, but what he was saying about like black people, once you move, it's less black people, it's more white people. That makes a lot of sense. Why a lot of people say, oh, black people, all you got is white women, and yada yada. All the athletes ain't nothing but white women. It's like hearing him is like, oh damn, like it's nothing but white women up there. It's a plateau or wherever they're at. It's just like different women outside, the black culture, the black race. It looks, when you're on the outside looking in, it looks like, damn. But when you hear it and you hear people break it down and you hear people talk about it, oh, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. I see why. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. But, one day, us blacks, will be in position to, do more for our own community. But yeah, I don't know. That was a good interview. that's all I have. And, until next time, peace and love and peace.